Is your mind a place of peace or a place of chaos? Let's talk about meditation. What's up, y'all? My name is Elia. I'm a mindset coach. I talk candidly about my journey as well as share tips to encourage growth in healing and uplift anyone who may struggle to feel seen. So, meditation. This is a practice that I am a huge fan, a big proponent of, and I absolutely love and champion meditation. What is it? In simple terms, it's a exercise and activity, a practice that is intended to increase mindfulness and help us manage and regulate emotions and thoughts. It has a range of positives and benefits, and honestly, I think it can completely change your life if you really, get consistent and committed to it. But hey, do you right? And meditation is a fairly active exercise. I feel like we often see it portrayed as this very passive, you're just sitting there and breathing thing, which, I mean, yeah, you can just sit there and breathe. But the whole goal of meditation is to gain more, not necessarily control, but to gain a bit more awareness and be more present in what's happening in your mind and in your body and within you, right? And there's no single right way to meditate. There's no one way that this is meditation and that's not. Some people like to do the whole I'm just sitting in a dark room breathing thing. That's my style. Love it. And some people like to practice walking meditation. Some people they're meditating as they're coloring. I don't know. It looks very different for different people is my point. But again, with the positive impacts it can have on your overall mood, your ability to manage and navigate stress, and your overall mental health, I think it's important to find some way to meditate or at least give it a shot. And again, the point isn't so much to control your thoughts because the mind is going to do what the mind is going to do at some point. But the intention here with meditation, or the point, is to get better at moderating your mind and really having a good understanding of how your mind works and what's kind of going on in there, and working with your mind and yourself as a whole, as opposed to being in conflict with your mind and yourself. So, with that said, I want to share a bit about what this has looked like for me. And, meditation is one of those things that I have done on and off for years. I haven't always been as consistent with it as I am now. I meditate pretty much every day. Occasionally I might miss a day or two, but I'm pretty consistent with it at this point in my life. And over the course of, my life, as I've gotten more consistent with meditating, I've noticed a better ability to regulate my mood, a better ability to navigate stresses, a better ability to just kind of walk through life day to day, regardless of what's going on externally, and maintaining my mental, emotional, just internal peace. Because in here, I'm practicing a very intentional practice of kind of keeping it together, even if the world is, blowing up around me. I don't know. That's their business. I'm gonna be peaceful over here. So it helps me slow down my thoughts, right? Life be life, and life gonna do what life gonna do. So sometimes, just when you think everything's great, you get hit with a curveball, right? And in moments like that, and everyday moments too, the practice of meditating and being consistent with it helps me slow down my thoughts and slow down my reactions. If something hits me from left field, as opposed to just going into overdrive, I'm like, okay, well, first let me understand what just happened and kind of get an understanding of this and figure out what is the situation really calling for, needing from me. Sometimes it's nothing and I just keep it moving. Sometimes I have to take very decisive and deliberate action, and I do that, right? But it allows me to meter and measure myself and not just be out here running in circles saying I'm busy. And it also keeps me from distracting myself with stimuli, right? Because my mind is a calmer place consistently because of meditating, I don't necessarily need stimuli or external things to try to regulate what's going on internally, because I'm doing that through other measures. So truthfully, I don't even watch TV most of the time. I don't even own a TV at this point in my life. And I'll watch YouTube, or, I'll go on some streaming platforms on my phone. But really, once I got consistent in meditating, like, I don't be caring, fam. Like, it just be there. So, with all the anywho, with that said, the way I do it again is I really like to meditate in a dark, quiet room. I have my noise canceling headphones on, and I actually use this app. It's called Oak. It's a free app, no affiliation, no sponsorship. I'm not promoting them. I'm just naming the app specifically because something I found while I was looking for apps is that everybody wants you to pay. And truthfully, I love it for you because I'm not going to define your value, get your coins. I just didn't need all that. So I found a free app and I think it's amazing. So I want to share if that's something you're looking for. With all that said, I do want to share a few tips that have helped me in hopes that they'll help you on your journey. First, I think it's important to find a style, a meditating aid, or just some other form or way to meditate that suits you, and just do it. Just try it. Just actually, take the action, because again, everybody meditates differently. So there's no right or wrong way to meditate. If you're trying it and it don't work for you, try something else. Like, for real, whatever brings you peace and kind of calms you down in there, that's a form of meditation, right? I also think it's important, and this is something I do, that I found great results with. I think it's important to pair your meditation, or at least be open to pairing your practice of meditation with something else that allows you to calm down or wind down, or some other practice of self care, right? Really pairing the habits. For me, I pair my meditation with showers. I love showers. It's one of my many acts of self care and just moments of peace. So I'll take a nice shower, and then afterwards, I'm clean, I'm smelling good, the room's dark, it's quiet, I'm gonna meditate. It's just like a 1-2 of peace, a 1-2 punch of peace, right? And that really helps me, again, regulate and practice self care externally and internally. And one of the most important things with meditating, and I often hear when I talk to people about meditating, or, have these conversations with folks, they're like, man, just my mind goes crazy. My anxiety starts to this, that, and the third. And yeah, that might and probably will happen, truthfully. It's important to not fight yourself in meditation. The whole point is to not fight yourself, to bring peace from within. So when you meditate, or when you're first starting to meditate and it's not a consistent habit, you're probably going to have all these anxious feelings and all these racing thoughts seemingly out of nowhere. And that's going to happen. Let them happen, let it flow, and accept it, right? And just keep trying. Even sometimes I'm still meditating and it's just really hard for me to get into a flow because my mind is doing all these things. So I have to stay with it, and eventually it slows down. So I hope those few tips help you on your journey. And again, as always, I want to leave you with a reflective question. And today's question is, what can a calmer mind help you achieve today? Think about it.